everyone, today we're going to be doing a special deck profile here for Aqua Actress. This is a very surprising deck that I actually created myself, something I think that is very unique from any other way that you could actually build this. It's my own crazy personal approach to this. It might not work for you guys, but it's surprisingly been a bit more liberating, I think, when it came to playing the way this particular deck played. So it's better to actually just go with the deck profile, and that way you guys could actually see this. Now this deck itself, I actually was looking around on YouTube just searching for this deck that was actually more recent, and surprisingly no one's actually making a deck profile on this. I think the most recent one was just one video that was made 1 month ago. You guys might find that as well, but aside from that, whatever deck profiles that were on Aqua Actresses were a long time ago. We're talking about like almost a year ago as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. To begin, we're playing 3 copies here of Aquaactress Arowana. Once per turn, you could add an Aquaactress monster from your deck to your hand. Pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, it's a really great card. And you must be wondering, well, how do we actually summon this out? We have the tribute summon, right? I mean, it does seem quite ridiculous almost, but that's where we have Aquaactress Guppy. So once per turn, you could special summon an Aquaactress monster from your hand. So if you have both these cards on the field, then you summon out Guppy, and Guppy will special summon out Arowana, and Arowana will allow you to add an Aquaactress from your deck to your hand. So what do you add? You could actually just add the Aquaactress Tetra. So Tetra is essentially a similar effect again, where once per turn you could add 1 aquarium card from your deck to your hand, and overall they all kind of play into their own thing. It's really fun. These are the only Aqua Actresses that actually exist in the entire game, so naturally we're going to be playing 3 copies of each. Now here's where the crazy things actually come in, where I actually talked about the whole liberating aspect of this deck. Because we only have 9 monsters, we have space to actually play 3 copies of Effect Veiler, we have 3 copies here of Ash Blossom, we have 3 copies here of Ghost Ogre. Let me just space this out the way I want here. And we're also playing 3 copies of the Psyframe Gear Gamma. Well, obviously, as well as the Psyframe Driver as well. But essentially, we're able to play this many hand traps, and I mean, it might seem a bit insane, but oddly enough, it actually really works well by disrupting the opponent. Yeah, it's just really nice, and because we're playing 3 copies of each, it's insanely consistent as well. And the fact that you get to disrupt your opponent so that you're bringing them down to your level of play with the very slow plays of Aquaactress themselves, it just makes for a really fun deck with really interesting interactions. Now, to add on more insult to injury, we're also playing the 2 copies here of Nibiru as well. I just want to disrupt the opponents as much as possible, and it's just really funny having this. So yeah, 2 copies of Nibiru, it does a really great job. On to the spells, we're playing 2 copies here of Aquarium Stage, and we're playing 2 copies here of Aquarium Set. So Aquarium Stage, pretty much all water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle with a non-water monster. Aqua Actresses you control are unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, and if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you could target 1 Aqua Actress or 1 Aqua type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for Aqua monsters. That's no big deal, your whole deck is all hand trapped and the Aqua Actresses, which are all Aqua anyway, so overall this card really helps out well. 2 copies because it is a continuous spell card after all, so it's not like it's going to go away. As for Aquarium Set, all water monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense, or Aqua Actresses you control gain a further 300 attack and defense, so that's plus 600, making them somewhat decent enough to get over some big monsters. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 1 Aqua type monster from your graveyard and special summon it. Also, you just can't special summon any other monsters for the rest of this turn except for Aqua type, which is perfectly okay because, again, your whole deck revolves around the Aqua Actresses anyway. Moving on, we're playing 3 copies here of Aquarium Lighting, another continuous spell card. If an Aquaactress monster you control battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, your battle-willing monster's attack and defense each become double its current attack and defense during the damage calculation only. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target an Aqua-type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Also, you can't summon other monsters for the rest of this turn, except for Aqua-type monsters, and you can only control 1 Aquarium Lighting. So it might seem a bit much to play 3, but with this particular powerful effect during battle, this is the card that the opponent actually wants to destroy the most. Because of that, I had to actually increase it to 3 copies. But yeah, this is just a really nice set. I really love the art of these cards here. It's just a really aesthetically pleasing effect in terms of visuals. For a bit of further support, we're playing 2 copies here of MST, we're playing the One Day of Peace, we're playing Upstart Goblin. Basically these 2 cards are deck thinners for us, and this is basically destroying whatever cards our opponent might have. For example, responding quickly to a field spell or responding to whatever cards they set down, and that would actually work out really well here. I'm not playing Twin Twisters because we kind of don't want to get rid of anything, and yeah, we just want to keep our resources in hand. You could play Cosmic Cyclone as well if you wish, but I kind of want to reserve my life points. To conclude with the spells, we're playing the 1-for-1 because we obviously have a level 1 monster. We're also playing Mind Control just to, again, bother our opponents, and we're also playing the Caught by the Grave because we just can't have enough disruptions. To end things off, we're only playing 2 copies of Urashima as our final trap card. If you have an Aquaactress monster in your graveyard, target 1 monster on the field. Until the end of this turn, its effects are negated, its attack and defense become 100. Also, it is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So that is definitely really nice. Obviously, you're weakening your opponent's monsters, allowing you to easily get over them. I'm only playing 2 copies, mainly because they're trap cards, but overall it's okay anyway because you know, it's still a really great card to just deal with certain things that might be too difficult. But like I said, or like you saw, the majority of this whole deck is just a bunch of hand traps and disruptors, so you don't have to worry too much about them bringing out too many strong monsters. Now finally, for the extra deck, we have here a Starboy. It's a water deck, so it kind of makes sense anyway. We also have Lanfarenkus, we have an Akashic Magician, Underclock Taker, and we have the 2 Nightmares. These are more so utilities and Link 2s that are easy to go into. Keep in mind, we only have 3 monsters that will ever summon in the deck anyway, so going for low level links kind of makes sense. Of course, since we have a level 1, we gotta play 2 copies here of Link Repo, just in case certain situations come about. Now for Link 3s, we're still gonna play at least some copies or some cards that would actually be an option for us. So Guy Saber and Deco Talker would definitely help you if you needed enough rank 3s. However, there are certain situations where you might actually encounter some trouble with some really big monsters, so what better way than to actually have your boss monsters do the work. We have here Unchained Abomination, Sayuja, we have here a Crusadia Avramax, a Borrelot Dragon, and we also have the Nightmare Griffin. Just a good amount of Link 4s, which would allow us to actually deal with more troublesome and big beat stick monsters out there, like Dragoons. But yes, this is pretty much the whole deck itself. I don't really think I'm going to do a test hand for this because how can that actually work either way? I mean, if you look at it, most of our deck here is all hand traps. I can't really show you anything. In fact, I think we have a little bit of time to actually demonstrate a small test hand just to see what this deck actually can do. Alright, So as you can see with our opening hand, we have 3 disruptors and we only have these 2 cards here. But you know what, it's fine. We summon out Guppy, we could actually use its effect, special summon out Tetra. Tetra uses its effect to add an aquarium card from your deck to your hand. So in this case, you have the choice of different cards here. You could go for lighting, but you know what, I'm not going to go for that. We're going to go for this one because Aquarium Stage will protect us for what we're about to go into next. We're going to link these 2 up, and we're simply just going to go into our Miss Starboy. And obviously if Miss Starboy gets destroyed, then you could just add back one of your Aqua Actress's monsters anyway. And what's nice is Aquarium Stage, water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle with non-water monsters anyway. So Miss Starboy is definitely going to be really great right off the bat. And keep in mind, we have Effect Veiler, we have Caught by the Grave, and we have Ash Blossom to pretty much just defend and do whatever we want with the opponent. And let's just say what our next card is. We have a Nibiru. Again, plenty of disruptors, just a really fun deck overall. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile plus this bonus test hand over here, and definitely leave a like and also subscribe for more videos like this. Don't forget to share this with people because this deck is definitely not gaining enough attention and just losing a bit of spotlight, and sometimes you just want that deck to break the pace. It's a fun deck, it's not a competitive deck, but it adds a bit of spice to it that really just makes things a bit more interesting. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.